One. Okay, I guess we are live now. Let me just pull up my Facebook to see that we are actually live everywhere. Okay, yes. We just went live. People are now joining. ओके जो लोग हमें ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं काइंडली चैट में फ़ौरन से पहले बताते जाएं कि कहाँ से ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, किस शहर से और किस प्लेटफॉर्म से ज्वाइन किया हुआ है, ये भी बताइएगा ताकि हमें पता हो कि हमें किस किस प्लेटफॉर्म से लोगों ने ज्वाइन किया हुआ है। यूट्यूब से मैं देख रहा हूँ कि कुछ लोग हमें ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं। We're live in the group as well, and I'm assuming we're live in our on our page as well. जी ठीक है। ओके जी जल्दी जल्दी कमेंट कीजिएगा। हसनैन ने कोयटा से ज्वाइन किया है, कुरत ने हैदराबाद पाकिस्तान से, और कहाँ कहाँ से लोग आ रहे हैं। आज का हमारा जो टॉपिक है, इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी सुपर इम्प्रेसिव एंड super incredible value because I have invited Mo once again, and thanks to him, he agreed to show up again on the podcast out of his very busy schedule. And today we are going to talk about some of the most incredible things, which is e-commerce email marketing, which is like very hot right now. और इसके साथ साथ हम बात करेंगे Shopify stores के ऊपर, आप ड्रॉप शिपिंग कैसे स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। So we are going to talk about a bunch of different things that will help you to scale as a copywriter and a marketer. So even as a copywriter, it will be very helpful for you when you understand the flows that go behind an e-commerce store. So then you can hunt more e-commerce clients, right? तो मुल्तान से, फैसलाबाद से, सक्कर से, नबीला से, सॉरी नबीला हैं हमारे साथ, कराची से। सर बहुत खुश हुई मेरा नाम लेकर। जी जी चलें भाई, वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद इन द नेक्स्ट 2 minutes. आई हैव Mo on hold with me and I'm going to introduce you to him very soon. But before that, I need a lot of comments telling me if you guys are ready. Give me a lot of comments that you are ready. And then I'm going to bring Mo, and then I have some incredible questions prepared for Mo for tonight. और आप लोगों को भी live questions करने का मौका मिलेगा. So you will be given an opportunity to ask questions live. Perhaps even during the session, if I find some very interesting question, I might give it directly to Mo, or otherwise by the end of the session, we will definitely have a Q&A. Okay? चलें भाई. Without any further ado, I'm going to invite Mo to the screen now. Okay. Hello, Mo. How are you?
Kamal, brother, how are you doing? Are you all right?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mo, once again for showing up on the podcast. And I think we have a very, very important and valuable discussion that is going to happen tonight.
Absolutely. I would.
Go ahead, Mo.
No, I was about to ask you. You have a great, really great fans, and I always like to play this game. For those who already don't know me, can they guess where I am based or where I'm from? I know I look Pakistani, which is something I'm honored to have, but I'm not. So I would love to know from your awesome fans where I am based, or where I'm from, particularly those who don't know me. Because sometimes
Okay,
people
guys.
think, "Oh, why is speaking like that?" But they should be Pakistani. Should be speaking Urdu, but I'm not Pakistani.
Yeah, guys, go ahead, make a guess where Mo is from, and then I'm gonna tell you where he's from, or Mo will tell you himself. So yeah, guys. Okay, one guy says from Scotland. Okay,
Close
maybe you're
enough,
close.
right? But
Maybe you're close.
maybe, yeah.
Oh,
India,
India.
too far. Okay.
Maybe.
Canada, not quite, not really.
You went too far.
Maybe we can just take what we can just take 2 more guesses.
Yeah, let's do 2 more guesses, guys. Okay, one. Okay,
Pakistan.
so you got
I
Pakistan.
explicitly mentioned I'm not from Pakistan.
Oh wow.
Egypt, Ireland, Egypt. Okay, I think London. Okay, that's enough. Right. Okay. So I'm indeed Egyptian, though my parents are Egyptian. I would say I'm British Egyptian. So yes, family from Egypt, born in Egypt, raised some in Egypt and some in the UK. So yeah, both who said London, although I'm based in Manchester. So within the UK, right, and Egypt, right. So yeah, that's a very nice guess. I wouldn't expect anybody to know from Egypt, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that was an incredible guess by two people. So yeah, I mean, Mo is from UK, and Mo loves to be humble, but he's not that humble when he's gonna tell you about his credentials. So he's not that the guy he looks like from the above. So Mo, before we get started with our incredible epic questions and we talk about the email marketing, I just want you to give my audience a brief background of what you have done as an e-commerce marketer and an agency, so they know that they're hearing from someone who has done it and who is doing it every single day.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, simply speaking, I'm originally a pharmacist, though I didn't enjoy it. I know most of our parents wanted their kids to be pharmacists, doctors, engineers, yada yada yada, but that was like yucky to me. I didn't like it, with my full respect, but that was not my cup of tea. So, as soon as I graduated, I started my own. I joined business school to do business marketing, and then I got scholarship. excuse me, in where I went to Harvard to complete my marketing studies, and then I went to UCLA, and then I didn't do that for the sake of loving education, to be honest with you. I did that just because I was looking for a job. As soon as I got a job, I said, okay, if I can help people build their own business from a marketing perspective, that means I can absolutely help myself. And then I moved back from the US to the UK to start my own agency, digital marketing. We were primarily focusing on the legal niche, and this is a thing I would love to talk to you about today, which is how to pick a niche, which is not easy, and how you can be flexible when it comes to picking a niche. But it didn't work quite well, so I kept testing, and then I said, okay, let me try e-commerce. But before I do that, I was more of like, I want to have my own e-commerce business. So when we run it for our e-commerce clients, I can run it not just from a digital marketing perspective or operational perspective, but also from the whole thing perspective, kind of thing. So yeah, I had my own e-commerce business. Didn't work well. Then it worked well. We started offering what we call done for you e-commerce, done for you agency, helping agencies to start their own business from A to Z, and then helping e-commerce brands start their business from A to Z. Generated revenue from literally nothing to seven figure in literally 6 months, which caught Forbes' attention. So if you type in Google Forbes and then you mention my name, Mohammed Elhawary, you will see basically me there. 2 Comma Club Award winner. And I think that's enough. Like, I don't feel comfortable to keep talking about myself, to be honest with you, but I think
Yeah, I mean,
that's enough.
just to give you guys a context, and it was important that I let Mo tell a bit about himself, even though I know he doesn't like to talk. He's super humble guy. I know him from for years now, and he's so humble for everything that he has achieved. He's a Forbes featured entrepreneur, and he was also featured on entrepreneur.com, if I'm not wrong, Mo. So
Yep,
he
correct.
has done stuff, and he has got the recognition. He has built businesses for himself and for his clients. And if you think of an e-commerce guru, I think Mo is the guy to be. So now that I've talked about Mo's
Yeah.
credentials, you guys know who you're going to hear from. So maybe you will be more attentive now. So going ahead and asking my first question, and also guys, whoever has joined us, please give a like to the stream. Even if you're from YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are, give a like to the stream so we can reach more people and more people can take value from it, because we don't do that every single day. So my first question for you, Mo, officially, is going to be, what is email marketing and how to set yourself up for success, whether it be courses, YouTube videos, getting hands-on experience, whatever that is. So what is email marketing in its essence, and how one can set himself up for success as an email marketer?
To me, email marketing, to be very precise, is one of the utmost, if not the most important tools that we can use to, I would say, to upsell our offers, to reduce our cost per customer acquisition, and to boost our revenue at nearly low to zero offer or price. So this is how I see it. It's the best way that you communicate with your customers. the best way to reduce your cost per customer acquisition, the best way that you can update your customers about your offers, about what you have, about your story, if you can do it right. If you're going to think of email marketing as a bunch of newsletters that nobody cares about, you're walking in the wrong direction, my friends. You need to think of email marketing as the tool or the message that you usually need to use or need to leverage to send to your existing customers. I am a big fan of leveraging email marketing for existing customers and a big enemy of using email marketing for new customers. Because somebody doesn't know anything about your brand, doesn't know anything about you, would never leverage that. And email marketing should never go alone. Email marketing should always be combined with SMS marketing. Okay. And we're going to talk more about this in detail shortly about how you can use that, what kind of platforms that would be great for you, what kind of flows you need to have, which industry needs email marketing. But that's from my perspective, that's what is email marketing all about. And that's
Yeah.
what you need to understand about it.
I think before we move towards the next questions, which is about the email flows and about the platforms, I still want to know a little bit about what can a beginner do if he's looking to get into email marketing. What are like the top 3 steps you would tell him that you should do this, this, and this before you're ready to dive into email marketing or become an email marketer or offer your services to someone?
Number one, with no question, you need to understand the niche you're going to go after. I personally prefer the e-commerce niche because this is how you'll be able to monetize out of it. Okay, service niche is very hard, very hard, and people will try to compare you to anybody else who's offering the same exact service for cheaper prices, and it will be very hard to set yourself apart. So I personally would recommend e-commerce. So number one, you need to think of the industry that you need to go after, which is, as I mentioned earlier, I prefer e-commerce. This is the first thing. Second thing is to understand the strategy that you're going to implement and not the tactics itself. Meaning, anybody now can run email marketing campaign by using ChatGPT to create a bunch of copies, and then they can go on Klaviyo or MailChimp or whatever that is, and then throw it there and that's it. But as soon as they do that, they will realize they're not making any sales. And that's why they would need your help as a beginner to, because of your expertise, because of your knowledge, because of your experience, because of your strategy, because of your mindset. So when I talk to any freelancer, when it comes to email marketing, I don't know much about their history apart from reviews. Okay, when I talk to them, I always try to assess their strategic mindset, how you're assessing that. So I would always try to focus on the strategy. And number 3, technicalities. So what do you think most people do and how you can do it differently? So most people can easily set up some 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 flows on email marketing and that's it. But very few people know that in order for you to make sure your email will be sent to the inbox and not to spam, you need to turn on this feature. You need to go to GoDaddy or the domain provider and set up that. So those are the things that you need to consider to make sure that the brand message will be 100% delivered
To the
to the
inbox.
audience. Yes, to the
Yeah.
inbox.
Okay, thank you so much. That was great. Let's move on to the next question. And before we do that, audience, hello. Are you alive? Are you listening? Are you enjoying? Let us know in the comments and give the stream thumbs up so we can reach more people. Okay, moving on. And the next question I want to ask you is specifically for e-commerce emails, which email service provider or platform you think is the best, if there is more than one, and why do you think it is one of the best?
I personally recommend and always recommend Klaviyo. We have worked with 6, 7 platforms in the past. Nothing beats Klaviyo because Klaviyo decided to set themselves apart by saying, listen, we're going to be the number one email marketing platform for e-commerce. And accordingly, we're going to make sure that everything will be personalized. For example, to give a visual example, if you go to the checkout page and you abandon the carts, if you're using MailChimp or alike, what would happen? You may receive an email that says, listen, you have forgot something in the basket. Just go and check out. Okay. It didn't tell me what that is. It didn't show me an image. It didn't show me a picture. It didn't show me anything about that. And even if I would click on the cart, sometimes it will take me to an empty cart. Whereas with Klaviyo, with the experience that they have, you can easily see the product photo that you have left on the cart, click on it, and it will take you exactly to that page. So they have a very solid integration with the platforms they work with. They invest a lot of time, a lot of research, they put a lot of money to enhance the user experience and to make it easier for brands and for you as an email marketer to set up everything properly, to make sure basically that the user will not just receive the email, because the job is not to receive the email. The job is to buy and convert from those emails. And that's what they're good at.
Yeah, so guys, Mo was talking about Klaviyo. If anyone does not know, I'm just going to spell it out in the chat for you so you guys can go and check it out. Yeah, 100%. I think I also agree with you, Mo, on that. I don't have as much experience as you do, but I also believe that for e-commerce, Klaviyo is one of the best because, as you said, they provide a lot of customizations and branding opportunities when it comes to e-commerce. Anyway, so I'm going to ask you the next question. I think I moved back to the previous one. We are going backwards, apparently. So what are e-commerce emails and how to build winning e-com email campaigns, right? So perhaps we can talk about the flows in this, or maybe I can jump
Right.
to the flows question. Yeah. So
They're relevant, to be honest with you.
They are?
They're very relevant. The flow, basically, the flow question and this question are very relevant. Because here's the thing: when you think of emails, you should not look at them as emails. You should look at them as flows that should be sent based on a specific trigger. So once the trigger fires up, the email should be sent in a flow dynamic way. So for example, if I decided to go now to shop from your store, add to cart, I added my item to the cart, and then I bounced, I should not just receive one email. I should receive that one email that says, Mo, hey, just to let you know, you missed that. And then hold on for, let's say, 20, 30, 40 minutes, even one day. And then the second day, Mo, just to let you know, you left that. And guess what? We only have 2 left. Okay. Still, I'm not bothered. And then another one, which is, Mo, just to let you know, this one now has 1 left, and we're dropping the price by, let's say, 10%. Not only that, but you can also get that for free shipping. So basically, I'm getting more of personalized communication, not just emails, communication responses based on my action. Now, assuming that I purchased that, well done, Mo. You have made a great choice today. Thank you. Have a great day. And that's it. Give me a week and update me with something else. Mo, remember when you purchased the 3 remote control? Do not tell me I have a cup. That's very irrelevant. Tell me you purchased that. I want to tell you that now we have the upgrade version of it, the update version of it, and for fracture of the cost. Why is that? This is a very important part to consider, particularly when I mentioned the strategic part. Your cost per acquisition, 110%, will be lower in the second purchase. The most and the utmost expensive purchase on earth is the first purchase, because it either came from ads, word of mouth, took a lot of effort to convince the customer, a lot of time, and time is money. That's the best way to think of it. Okay. So it was headache and hassle to convert the customer. Second time, I already know you. I tried you. I'm not going to pay for third party or anything to consider you. I just need to know the product and that's it. Okay. And then if I purchase, something should happen. If I didn't purchase, something else should happen. Now, to provide some blueprint tips that our lovely audience should follow, here are some of the flows, and I would like them to write them down, that I massively recommend. Number 1 is called order confirmation, shipping confirmation, abundant cards reminder, browse abundant reminder, welcome series, customer win back, product review or cross-sell, first customer thank you, second customer thank you, post-purchase follow-up, back in stock flow, and happy birthday. To give just to shed some light on each of them. So basically, for example, order confirmation explains itself. So you have purchased that, You should be expecting another email shortly that tells you when your order will be dispatched. Because do not assume the customer knows the information. Although the customer might know the information or even already know the information, they still need to see it again from you. Okay. So that's the thing they need to consider. And then the shipping information, which is the thing that we all wait for once we place any order. Abundant cart is what I mentioned previously. Browse abundant cart is designed particularly for those who just browsed. So when you go to any website and the second you land, they tell you, just listen, put your email and win $50 off, or get $10 off your next order. They haven't done anything. For those category, they need to have their own flows. Welcome series for existing customers. Customer win back, which, as I mentioned earlier, somebody has purchased, but maybe they didn't make a purchase for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. You want to bring them back. You want to win them back. Product review. Hi, Kamal. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Fatima. You have purchased that. Would you be kind enough to share product review about that? First customer, thank you. It just basically, it should be a flow for those who just purchased. Second customer, same. Post purchase, okay, I just purchased. Now you're going to upsell and cross sell me more products. Post my purchase. So Mo, you purchased this. What about that? Back in stock, assuming anything was out of stock, you must update the customer instantly. Particularly if the customer clicked on the item and they didn't find it or it showed out of stock, you need to inform the customers. And happy birthday flow. And from my perspective, happy birthday flow represents 50% of success. So that's the thing to consider and to mention to your customers as well.
Well, thank you so much, Mo. And I think people don't realize how much value you just gave them with this small answer that you gave about all the different types of flows as an ecom agency. And you mentioned about, I think, more than 8 flows. And most people only know about 2 or 3, even when they call themselves email marketers. So this is huge. And guys, if you also find it valuable and you're finding it valuable so far, please let us know in the comments so we know that you're enjoying it. Now, Mo, I have some very interesting questions for you regarding the flows and everything. So one, you talked about welcome series, right? What is the difference between welcome series or, let's say, someone who browsed the cart, let's say? I mean, you mentioned welcome series after browse abandonment, right? So browse abandonment is if somebody was looking at the item, but they didn't add it to the cart and just left your website. But then you say welcome
Correct.
series. When does the welcome series come into play? Is it like the very first flow, the very first interaction with your customer? Which flow is the very first interaction with a potential customer?
Welcome series, because basically when you're browsing, you're not a customer yet. You're a lead. Okay. So I still want to grab your attention. I want you to consider from me. And that's why we have the abundant one. So we have what we call the pre-customer stage and the post-customer stage. The pre-customer stage, we have the abundant cart. You're not a customer yet. The browse abundance. So pretty much all the abundant flows. You're not a customer. The welcome series is more like about informative emails. Okay, so thank you very much for this. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate your time today. Here is a little bit more about our brand, about our history. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're trying to build a rapid relationship. You're trying to share some stories, some successful tips. Okay, some information that they might need to know about the product or the problem they're already suffering. So you're not trying to convince them to sell anything. You're trying to be the Google version for their needs.
So my second question is, which is also relevant, related to this one, is that let's say browse abandonment and cart abandonment. So what is the technical aspect of it? Like, how do you know that somebody abandoned the browse, or somebody abandoned the cart, somebody added the product to the cart and they abandoned it, or somebody was just looking at a product and they abandoned it? I mean, how do you collect their emails in the first place, specifically of people who were browsing the item? And then you send the browse abandonment. So what is the trigger behind it, right?
Lovely. That's why I prefer Klaviyo, because Klaviyo does that for you. You do not need to manually set anything up. They tell you we have something called abandoned flow. just put your copy, and we have all the triggers and everything you need. Particularly, and this is very useful, particularly if you do not have any experience. I mean, the brand that you're currently running the email campaign for do not have any experience. So Klaviyo tells you, listen, I already have the triggers. I have already set up everything for you. Just put your context, put your information, put your images, do the linking, everything, and then we would know exactly. So they already know when the customer abandoned from the cart or browse abundant. Okay, but that requires in the first place to collect their emails. There's what I call the poor way, the rich way to collect people email addresses. The poor way, which is, hi, just leave your email for the chance to win $50. I hate that. It doesn't work. Okay, people don't like chances. Sign up now to get our newsletters. Really? Who cares? Okay, I don't care about you. Actually, I don't care even about you as a brand. So why would I care about your newsletters? The best way that I prefer, which I call the gaming way or the spinning way. So you go there and spin to see basically if you will get something or not. And then you spin. There's a game basically. It's an application that you can integrate on Shopify or WooCommerce or any e-commerce that you're using. And people can spin and you won £100 or $100 off your next order, guaranteed. Put your email address to claim your offer. And then people will be like, okay, I like that. I personally, what most people do, they do that the second you land on the landing page, which I dislike. Give people the opportunity, the chance to browse, to know, to take a brief. Okay. They should not be the second they land to landing page. Boom, 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 boom. Offers. We're here. Put your email address. Do not bombard your audience. Just let them take a brief, catch a brief, and then I would say after either personally 3 minutes, roughly speaking, or if they are leaving the website. And Shopify and WooCommerce, they have applications and triggers that let you, once the customer is about to go to the X to close, or they're going to do that on their phone, to show them. Then the email pop up that says, oh, just before you go, we have a spin and something like that. So make it either after 3 minutes or 2 minutes from landing on the landing page or before they leave, whichever occurs first.
So what I understand is that these are the people who are receiving the browse abandonment emails or the cart abandonment emails. These are the people who have already joined your email list. If I'm someone who comes on your store and I have never given you my email ID, you will never be able to send me the browse abandonment emails either. Yeah.
Correct. I must
So
have your email address so
basically,
I can be able to.
yeah. So basically, what you're doing is once I give you my email, you send me an email. Maybe I click on the link, go to your website, add the product to cart, and then I don't buy. Then I become part of your cart abandonment list. So I must first read your email, click the link, go to your website, add a product to cart. Only then I will receive cart abandonment emails, right?
You will receive an email from me based on your behavior. The
Every time.
second
Yeah.
you give me your email address. So if I have abundant email flows, that would work the second you abundant the website, assuming I already have your email. So if I got your email right now and you're browsing, you will receive an email.
I got it. Well, thank you so much, Mo. That really clears things up, and I think it's a very important question that other people might have in their mind as well. Moving on to the next question, and I think your video is stuck, Mo. Perhaps it's your
No?
internet.
Is it?
Yeah, I see your video being stuck.
Is it stuck?
Yeah, it is stuck. Am I the only one seeing that, or is my audience also seeing your face being stuck? Guys, please let us know in the comments. If that's the case, maybe more you can. Yeah, now you're moving. Yeah, now you're moving. But
All is good,
it's
yeah?
very pixelated. More like
I don't know
like
if
an
anybody
internet.
sees that or not.
Yeah, let's see if everyone is seeing that. So, guys, the people who are present with us live, can you let us know if you can see more clearly? Now, okay, let's wait for the reply, I guess. Because I see myself clearly. So perhaps you see yourself clearly. Yeah, they say it's fine now. Okay, this is good. So my next question is, how many emails per flow, right? So let's say we have a browser management flow, we have a cart management flow. I heard somewhere that you need the more emails, the better. And how
No.
you can squeeze maximum revenue with each flow, right?
Well, let's agree that everything requires some experience first, and everything should be bespoke based on the brand's needs, to be honest with you. But generally speaking, I would say it should be between 3 to 7. So, for example, happy birthday, just two. Okay. So it should be one like 6 months before the birthday, or maybe 90 days before the birthday. I would say 90 days should be good. 90 days, and then on the birthday itself. All it takes just two eventually. For the rest of the floors, yeah, between 3 to 7. More than 7 would be too lengthy. Too lengthy. If you have it more than 7. Because basically, remember, you are setting up your flows based on your customers' behaviors. This is how you're setting up the flows, and this is how you're setting up the triggers. Okay. So you're saying if the customer did that, do that and that. If the customer didn't do that, then do that and that. So it's already lengthy. Okay. The trigger is already lengthy. You do not want to overcomplicate your situation, I would say. So yeah, 3 to 7 is ideal.
Okay, that's awesome. And I think very helpful once again for anyone, you guys, if you are looking to start your own e-commerce brand or helping other e-commerce brands grow, now you know what types of flows are there for e-commerce email marketing and how many emails per flow. So even if you aspire to become an email copywriter or you aspire to become an email marketer, what Mo just told you is, in my opinion, super, super valuable. And even I'm getting a lot of value myself out of this podcast, to be honest, because there are so many things that I can learn from Mo as well personally. So yeah, and again, if you guys are also finding it valuable as much as I am, please let us know in the comments. And before I ask the next question, also give this stream a thumbs up once again. I keep on saying that because it's not easy to come live in front of you with people like Mo who are super busy, right? They have tons of stuff to do as entrepreneurs. So it's important that we reach more people and more people can get value out of this, right? Okay, Mo, my next question, HTML versus HTML branded ecom emails versus text based ecom emails. I think this has been an ice old or age old question that people are always wondering about. So when it comes to e-commerce, what should we send? Should it be designed branded emails with minimal copy, more images, or can we do traditional text based e-com emails like direct response copy, all that kind of stuff? What do you think?
Well, that's the beauty about, for example, platforms like LoveU. They don't give you usually that option because they already know how that works. So I personally a big fan of less images. Okay, I'm not a big fan basically of having different brands, different images, different um what do you call it, banners. I'm not a big fan of that for two simple reasons. Reason number one, that it adds up to the loading time. Reason number two, most of the email providers do not like that, and they usually hide your images or your videos, and that requires consent from the user to enable them, which most people don't. So if the beauty of your emails is based on those graphics, it won't arrive. Though I would say, with that being said, just having it purely text is not good. So HTML is my answer, but do not try to bombard your audience with many images. Just basically have paragraph, story, build the paragraph, story. Some hit, some basically some highlights, some bold words, and then image maybe at the bottom that shows people the collection of the products that you're trying to display or showcase, and that's it. No more than that. So HTML, I would say hybrid. So HTML and hybrid with the text version.
Text version, yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean that really clears things up. So basically, you don't need heavy imagery, you don't need a lot of videos, and the more images you have, the higher the chances of your email landing in spam. Basically, so if you think about it, e-commerce emails are not as hard as people think, because when it comes to e-commerce, even I believe that, oh my god, I have to write copy for e-commerce brand. Okay, now I have like a huge challenge because they're just gonna be image heavy, 2 lines of
Mm.
copy, and it gets very tricky. We have a question from Anam, and she is asking, most of the e-com stores I have subscribed to only send newsletters with generic features of each product. Is it better to feature one product per email, direct response style, and follow up with an email flow with upsells/cross sells, or are newsletters also effective in showcasing other products you have? Over to you, Mo.
I personally prefer the first option, not the newsletters. Because here's the thing: most people. This is a great question, Adam. This is a great question. People usually follow the second school are the same people who usually try to redirect their customers to the homepage or the About Us page. Okay, think of it this way, guys. This is the perfect example to think about it. I know in Pakistan, I'm pretty sure that you have like a small conveyancing stores or like shop stores, correct? So if you're thirsty and you're after a bottle of water, you're not gonna go into shopping mall to buy the water. Yeah, you will just go to a small conveyancing store, bing, open the door, grab the bottle, pay. That's it. Okay. What most brands think that their customers are 100% interested in every and each single item that they have, which is not the case. I saw your advert on Google. I saw your advert on Facebook. I was looking for, let's say, a skirt for my daughter, or I was looking for a shirt for my son or for myself. I saw the image, clicked on it. Just take me to that landing page. Do not show me everything about what you have. Just the thing that I genuinely and initially was interested in. Same with your emails. As I mentioned earlier, I already purchased this remote control, okay? If I'm a customer, a already existing customer, it will be very silly if you send me another email about features of that product. Because I've already done that. That's done. I already know all the information I need about the remote control. Unless there is like a malfunction with it or something that you want me as a customer to be aware of. Otherwise, I would ignore. Instead, I would show you and showcase maybe 2 or 3 products that resonate with the product that I initially purchased, that complement that product. Mo, you purchased this skirt a couple of weeks ago. You know what? Adding that shoes and blows to it would take it to another level. Would add sprinkle to it. You've purchased that shirt. What about that tie? What about that shoes? That make up a great and outstanding, if not extraordinary suits. That way I would be like, okay, let me find out. That's how I would say it.
I think you summed it up so beautifully in a way that, yeah, most business owners and most brands think that their customers are interested in everything that they're selling, and they send them to the homepage or a page that has like a bombardment of different products. When every time a customer is basically looking for one particular thing, and you should always try to send them to that particular page. Once they make the first purchase, they're more likely to buy more from you and getting more vested into your brand. So yeah, super valuable once again. And Anam, I hope this answered your question. And if you guys are finding it valuable, I keep on saying give this stream a thumbs up and comment. Let us know if you're loving it again, so that we can reach more people. Okay, Salman asked, which is the best time to send emails? And after this, we're going to go to our own question.
Clavio will tell you there is no way on earth you can expect that from the back of your hand, from the bottom of your hand. There is no way. The email marketing platform that you're using would suggest you, and in order for you to suggest you, they will ask you some questions already about your audience. They will tell you which industry they're in, which, because here's the thing, guys, there is no magic. It's all about science. So if you don't have data, how on earth you would be able to know the answer to any question? And you cannot say, I'm going to use another example to give you a clue. No, there is no clue. Customer behavior is really funny, superiorly funny. Okay, you can have two brothers, two sisters, and they can act differently. So you need to have data. Once you have data, then you know the answer to that question. Because maybe you have customers who are based in the UK, based in Europe, based in America, based in Asia. They all buy from your brands. In this case, what the email marketing provider would do, they would send the emails at different time to make sure that it will be received at the time that's more likely the audience will open it at.
Yeah, I mean, let's say if we were doing B2B, the best time would be to send an email perhaps around lunchtime or maybe very early morning, because when business owners wake up, they tend to check their emails. But if we are doing brand, direct to customers, or we are sending them directly to consumers, perhaps after evening or nighttime would be the best, because that's when they're relaxing on the couch and, hanging out and maybe checking their phone, and then they receive your email. So yeah, I think it's the customer behavior based on the niche as well, and the type of customers you're reaching out to, and also the time zone. And I know you're right. I've seen it. I do email marketing myself for my own brand. I have an email list, and I see that every time I'm trying to send an email, it gives me an option to send the email at different times for your audience living in different parts of the world, right? So you have the
Yes.
option, right? So for instance, if I select 8 p.m. for Pakistan, maybe the person in the US would also receive it at his 8 p.m. So my email would be delayed by 12 hours, right? So yeah,
Correct.
uh, super valuable insights once again. Okay, so let's talk about. Oh wait, did I just post the same question again? How did that happen? Okay, let me let me update the question. Oh, I didn't save it. My bad. Okay. Is it better now? Yeah. Okay, let's dive into the business world. Okay. How to
Yeah.
become a businessman like you, an entrepreneur, drop shipping. So, how can one start his own drop shipping business? I think one of the best opportunities, because as an email marketer, you can start drop shipping instantly. You don't need a product. You can just think of other people's great selling products and try to sell them on your own stores as a drop shipper, and then do all the email marketing and flows and everything that they've learned from you tonight. So what is your biggest tip today, Mo, about drop shipping and how to become one?
Right. I would try to summarize the first part in 3 points because I genuinely do usually provide some keynote speech that lasts for 2 hours just for the first point. So I would try to summarize and condense it into 3 points. Number one, to become a business owner, you need to understand no family, no friends, no work life balance. Anybody who tells you that is BS. Okay? To be very straightforward, if you decided to have your own business, you need to understand the only advantage of becoming an entrepreneur is you will be having or you'll be financially free. That's it. That's it. If you tell me, yeah, but I will become my own boss. No, you will not become your own boss. You're gonna become because here's the thing: there's no own boss. If you go and work for Uber, you think you're entrepreneur. You think you're working for your own. So no. Uber still controls your income and your paychecks. So you're self-employed. If you decide to have your own business, you need to understand that you should be working on the business and not in the business. Beg your pardon. So, what most people do when it comes to starting their own business, they say, okay, I will have my own business. I will become financially free. I will become self employed. It's not the same thing. Having your own business, the ultimate goal of having your own business, that you should have your second you, who can exactly replicate and duplicate what you're doing if you decided to go to bed for 6 months. So, this is number one thing. Having your own business is not easy. It's tough. It's challenging. Some days you will be literally broke. Broke means broke. Okay. And the funny about being broke, that you will not have any warnings. Usually, our parents try to warn us and try to advise us if there is any issue or if there is any challenge we're going to face. Careful, you're facing that. But in business, it doesn't work that way. You will be at your peak unable to serve all of your customers because there are too many of them, and then suddenly everyone would leave. Everyone would leave. And you will try to chase those who are asking you to do the service for them. So this is number one. Number two, business plan. Business plan, just to let you know, is great just to start the business. Once you start the business, put the business plan in the bin. Forget about it. Forget about the 5-year projection. Forget about the 3-year projection. Forget about any of that. Bin it. Okay? Because it's similar to that. I'm not sure if we have parents here or not. Or let's say you want to buy your own vehicle. You want to buy your own car. You want to buy your own motorbike. You want to buy you want to buy specific clothes, anything. What we usually do, we try to spend some time on market research, trying to Google which one is the best and which one is the worst, and we proceed with the best according to our circumstances. Now, once we purchase that objective, once we purchase the item, if anything happened to it, we cannot rely back on the research that we have done. We have to deal and cope with the situation according to the challenge we are currently facing. Business plan in this case doesn't help. So having your own business means continuous evaluation. Continuous evaluation. That's what you need to understand. So, number one, financially free, and you need to understand there's nothing called work-life balance. Number two, forget about business plan, or consider it just to step up, just to get your first step. Once you got the first step, forget about it. Number three, which is crucially important, is to have a system. Becoming a business owner is not about running a business. Becoming a business owner, your job is to have a system in place, is to have a system that runs with and without you, is to make sure everything is working. Your job is not to do the work. Your job is not to send the emails yourself. Maybe you'll have to do that at the beginning, particularly if you're lacking, I would say, funds or anything like that. So you understand, you might need to do it at the beginning to get hands-on experience on how it works. Fine. But ultimately, you should have a team. You should have a system that whenever everybody wants to join your small family, they can flow. So simple as that. Okay. And
Yeah,
I know.
I want to take a moment.
Go on.
Yeah, I want to take a moment on the first part of the question that you have answered on how to become a business owner and the 3 points that you have mentioned. I think super valuable that how you mentioned the realities of an entrepreneur, right? I could resonate with so many points when you were talking about it, and I was deeply listening. So yeah, I mean, as a business owner myself, I know how stressful it is, right? So there is a lot of stress because you are the one in charge of bringing business, bringing revenues. You are in charge of doing. Nobody is paying you on a monthly salary, right? When you are working on a job, it's so easy. You come back at 5 p.m. and you're done. You can go play games. You can go play table tennis with your friends. You can hang out, whatever. You don't care about anything in the world. But as a business owner, you're always wondering, okay, what can I do next? What could I do? Okay, if I'm free right now, instead of watching a movie, maybe I could shoot a YouTube video for my channel. Maybe I could create a post for my social media fans. Maybe I could do research on the next product that I'm going to come out with. So you're always, maybe I can improve my ads. I can take the time going to my ads manager and see if I can tweak something to make my ads more profitable. So there are so many moving parts that you're always worrying about. But the thing is, like Mehreen said, lol, inconvenient truth of entrepreneurship. Yes, entrepreneurship is inconvenient. It's inconvenient for people who like security and who don't like change and who just want to have a very normal, average life. If you want to make a bigger impact, making more money is directly equal to making a bigger impact, because when you're making more money, you get to hire more people, you get to change more lives, your products are changing more lives, because hopefully your product is providing a genuine solution to your audience. So it means that when you are selling your product to someone, you are making a positive impact in their lives. So when you have to make a bigger impact, you have to do a bigger sacrifice. So if somebody in the live session is thinking about becoming a business owner because they will get this time, financial, geographic freedom all of a sudden, that's not how it works. What you should actually be thinking about is doing something big with your life. the whole thing that me and Mo we are talking about here, being two entrepreneurs, we are giving you a roadmap to do something big in life. We are not here talking about giving you a dream life, right? Where it's all Barbie doll and colors and everything, right? So if you guys are genuinely thinking about making a bigger impact and are willing to do the sacrifice, we are here to give you a roadmap. Mo is literally spilling the biggest secrets. I'm telling you, I know that I've been in the industry for 7 years. The things that Mo is telling you, you will not be able to find out anywhere else on the internet, right? Not so easily and not from an industry expert. So yeah, thank you so much, Mo, for that. So now let's move on to the next part of the question is specifically the drop shipping business. What are like the you can just talk about the broad basic steps that are required to become a drop shipper today.
Dropshipper is not a passive income, Kamal.
Hmm.
Dropshipping is not about passive income. Most people think of dropshipping that is a passive income opportunity, which is not. Okay. Dropshipping is all about basically, here's the thing. If you want to sell your own product, that's the best way to think about it. If you want to sell your own product, you do not know what product you want to sell. You don't know anything about the product. First step you will have to do, you will have to pay for a designer to design that product for you. And then you will have to go to a supplier to buy that product at a minimum order quantity of, let's say, 250 or 500 units. And then you will have to ship those products in bulk to any warehouse or 3PL so they can ship it on your behalf. Then you have to hire marketing agency like ourselves to do the job for you, and then you will need to hire a customer support team unless you will not be the one who will responding to customer inquiries on your behalf. Now, if the product that you decided to select is not working, or maybe you decided to buy specific product that comes in different variants, different colors, different sizes, that's not resonating very well and thoroughly with your customers, you're stuck. You have hit a really, really, really solid wall. So that's why I like dropshipping. Dropshipping gives you the concept, gives you the freedom to test products that you do not have in-house to give you an idea of what you need to sell. Now, once you find a winner, you should go buy it in bulk. You should private label it in small quantity. What most suppliers do, particularly and mainly in China, they try to convince you by telling you, listen, if you buy 500, each item will cost you $5. If you buy 1,000, each item will cost you $3. And you say, okay, I'm going to buy that 1,000 because it sounds less to me, but it's not. Because if it didn't work, the supplier will not pay you back. You will have to get rid of those items at your own disposal. So with dropshipping, think of dropshipping as a product research approach that helps you find the product that you ultimately want to sell. Hire a product research team who can help you with that. Once you have a winner, test it. How to test it? By running ads. Dropshipping is all about ads. Yes, it saves you money from buying and having the product in bulk at your warehouse, but it still requires expenses to test those products. You need to have good connections with 3PLs or warehouses who are more than happy to fulfill your orders on your behalf without minimum order quantity. Most warehouses will tell you, in order for me to accept your product, you need to make sure that you are selling a minimum of 2,000 orders a month or 3,000 orders a month. If you're not making that, they will not accept you. So find warehouses who are happy to accept you without that condition. Do they exist? Plenty. How did I know? Because we use them. Okay, make sure that you have customer support team. Do not, I beg you, do not invest a lot of money on building your website. Just focus on landing pages or sales pages. Shopify is the perfect for that. Have one sales page with one product. Forget about the home page, forget about the about us page, the contact us page, the catalog page, forget about all of that. Just focus on the sales page to test one product at a time. That's dropshipping. If you're expecting otherwise, you won't get anything.
I think such a valuable insight once again, because I definitely agree with you that with drop shipping, someone else is making the product, you just try to sell it. If it starts selling really well, what you can do is you can either white label their product, like put your own logo on their product, or you can create your own product, similar product, right? In the same market, in the same niche. Now you know which products market is looking for and market is hungry for. So guys, this again, one tip is super, super valuable from Mo. I know this from some other clients as well that I'm working with who are actually following the same model. And now that Mo has actually come out and said that 100% super valuable. Drop shipping helps you find the best products, and then you can create your own products. And once you create your own product, just like Russell Brunson says, you need one good funnel. All you need is one good funnel. Billie
True.
Jean says, all you need is one good ad. Right? I'm going to go ahead and say today, all you need is one good product. If you can have one good product, your entire life will change, literally, because you can become a millionaire if you have a great product that is selling like hotcakes, right? So one
Absolutely,
good
Kamal.
product.
Absolutely. I talk about this all day long on my Instagram channel as well, which I have shared it with you that you can share with the
Mhm.
audience. I talk about nothing but e-commerce and dropshipping tips, e-commerce tips, dropshipping tips. Okay, that helps with that. So your audience can benefit from that. And to be honest
You're
with
most
you,
welcome to type it in the comments, by the way, Mo. Your
I did, but it
Instagram
said
link.
I have to join the chat and they have to connect my YouTube. I'm concerned if I will connect my
Okay,
YouTube.
just send it to me on my WhatsApp, and I'll just paste it in the chat for everyone who wants to follow you on Instagram. By the way, Mo talks about entrepreneurship, e-commerce, Shopify, building stores, building e-commerce businesses. So if you guys are looking to get into that sort of stuff, 100% definitely go and subscribe to Mo. Follow him on Instagram. I'm gonna share the link to his Instagram. You guys can follow him to get invaluable tips for free, of course. Um, yeah, I mean, for sure, people love free. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I,
And to
and
be
I
honest with you,
got you. I
Kamal,
got
before we proceed to the second point, I want to tell you that I agree with what you said, not with what Russell or what Billie Jean said. Because here's the thing: in the digital marketing arena, one ad copy or one good ad or one good funnel is not enough because you gotta keep testing continuously. If people like your product, which is what you said, if people like your product, if your landing page suck, if your ad suck, people like the product, people will buy it, irrespective to anything else. But having a good ad copy or a good creative, a good funnel without having a good product, that would help you grab your customers' attention, maybe help you bring your first customers, but you cannot ever on earth make a
you.
successful business or have a successful business based on first customers or based on new customers. Your equation should be 60% based on retaining customers, 40% on new customers.
Yeah, I think very very good point once again. I mean, more in its very essence, that's what marketing is, right? Marketing and sales is all about getting you that customer, and then your product, your services, or customer fulfillment is what is going to retain those customers, make them so happy that they bring a positive word of mouth for you and help you get more customers cheaply and sometimes even for free. If somebody was to give you a word of mouth, the next customer you get is essentially free. So yeah, I 100% agree with you that good marketing is not enough to build a successful long-term business. Marketing is just there to get you that first customer. But if you don't satisfy that customer, or if your product is not good, you're not going to make it big, and your
True,
business is not going to last long.
true,
So yeah, I
true.
think I'm through all the questions. We can just take another 5 minutes or so to take the questions from the audience now. So let's take a question from Salman, where he says, choosing the best product is a challenging task. How can we make our choice the best?
Okay. When it comes to the product, first we need to consider the niche. Okay. I personally, which is something I talk about as well in my videos, I prefer kids niche because basically women and parents are more than welcome and more than happy to spend any amount of money just to see the smile of the kids or of the children of the little ones. I would say it's not always a matter of brands, but a matter of the function of the product. So you always have to go after product or function based products, not brand based products. Meaning, if you know the customer would consider the brand name before making a decision, or people or your customer would consider Amazon, avoid that product. If your customers would focus on the functionality of the product before considering the brands or Amazon, that would be a good product. Mo, is there a specific niche or niches that comply with what you are saying? Yes. 3. What are they? Number 1, kids. Number 2, pets. Number 3, women. Why women? With my full respect, women buy until they die. So I personally believe those are the utmost successful niches you can focus on. That will help you find potential winning products that are small in size. Do not try to go something that has technology in it, because that would make your life harder with the shipping and with the return as well. Try to focus on something that has high margins, low tickets, small in size, trendy, and as I mentioned earlier, it helps you with the functionality of it rather than the brand name of it.
Yeah, really made me chuckle on the woman buy until they die. I mean, I could literally feel that. So true. I could imagine my sister, my wife, my
Yeah, all of
family
them.
figures in my mind. Like they definitely.
Yeah,
And we men, we don't tend to buy as much. 100%. We don't. Like
no,
I don't care about buying a lot. Like just, I'm not gonna buy something until it has become scrap. As long as this thing is even remotely breathing, I'm gonna use it. But women, they want to get something new every day. Once they wear a dress, they're never gonna wear it again. But we are gonna
true.
keep on wearing the t-shirt until it becomes, like
Yeah,
so
like a
yeah.
shoes.
Yeah, like issues. What it says, what are your thoughts on building a personal brand or building an audience as a marketer/email marketer?
Let me read that again. What are your thoughts on building personal brand or building an audience? I think okay, let me try to summarize that one, because also this is a lengthy one. Building a personal brand, building an audience, they're different, to be honest with you. Like, they're completely different questions. So building a personal brand, you have to pick one niche, you have to pick one message, you have to pick one idea, okay, or one theme of ideas that you focus on. I used to have another Instagram channel called The Alchemist Entrepreneur. You can guys Google it. The Alchemist Entrepreneur on Instagram. This one, I think, barely has 50, 60 followers. My issue with that page, and I wanted to test that intentionally. My issue with that page, that I was trying to post multiple things that are irrelevant to each other within my area of expertise. I know a lot about dropshipping. I know a lot about e-commerce, about freelancing, about business, about entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial, and yeah, entrepreneurial topics, about business for teenagers, okay, startups. So I was trying to talk about all of that on my videos, and the results, I was losing audience. The second I decided to focus and narrow down my focus just on e-commerce and dropshipping and D2C, and that's it. This is when my channel started to increase from 1 to 50, 5,000 and growing. Okay. In less than a month, I would say. So you need to find a niche, narrow it down, kill it with that niche. Now, building an audience as a marketer or an email marketer, it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to do that from your personal brand or from your business brand? Both of them require two different approaches, to be honest with you. So first, we have to know the answer to that question. Then we can know the answer to that question.
Amazing, amazing. Well, I guess we've been through all our personal questions and we also been through the questions in the chat. And I think this has been one heck of a session, Mo. And I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of all my audience to come out and spill the beans and share all the deepest secrets so transparently without holding anything back. So, yeah, thank you so much. Any last words you want to say for my audience or anything generally?
Nothing in particular. Just make sure that you guys, if you have a dream, if you have any idea in mind, please make sure to follow that. Do not ask your family, do not ask your parents, do not ask your friends about your product ideas or your service ideas, because they will keep giving you thumb ups, but they will not buy from you. If you have something that you really believe in, go launch it, go test it. Yes, you got to do your market research, you got to test it, you got to do your business plan just to launch it. But put your heart, your soul, your effort, your energy into it and it would work. Just do it. The only thing you need to do is doing, because entrepreneurship is all about consistency. That's it.
Well, thank you so much, Mo. Thanks a lot. A great message at the end as well. So that's about it. I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you so much for giving us your valuable time. And I'll just give my audience an outro and we will end it. Thank you again.
See, Kamal. Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time today. Salam alaikum. Allah hafiz.
Walaikum assalam and Allah Hafiz. Okay, guys. So this was Mo, a Forbes featured serial entrepreneur, e-commerce expert, telling you his deepest secrets about e-commerce, Shopify, dropshipping, e-com, email marketing, flows, sequences. अगर आप लोगों को इस पॉडकास्ट से वैल्यू मिली है तो कमेंट्स में ज़रूर बताएं. Again, give this podcast a huge thumbs up अगर आपको वैल्यू मिली है. Again, as I said, it's not easy to bring such experts on board. ये लोग बिजी होते हैं, इनके मल्टीपल बिजनेसेस चल रहे होते हैं, इनका एक एक मिनट बड़ा कीमती होता है. थोड़ा सा जो इनको टाइम मिलता है वो चाहते हैं कि हम फैमिली के साथ स्पेंड कर लें, तो उनको पकड़ के पॉडकास्ट पे लेके आना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है, क्योंकि या वो काम कर रहे होते हैं या थोड़ा सा टाइम फैमिली को देना चाहते हैं, तो उनको पकड़ के हम पॉडकास्ट पे ले आते हैं कि नहीं भाई, हमारी ऑडियंस के लिए हमें टाइम दो और उनके लिए आके अपने डीपेस्ट सीक्रेट्स को स्पिल करो. सो इट्स नॉट ईजी. तो आई होप this was valuable for you. And again, me personally, I also need to take out time for this. मेरा भी family time होता है, let's say this time, for example, सारा दिन मुझे भी 100 चीजें होती हैं करने के लिए, being an entrepreneur myself. So yeah, I hope this was valuable and I hope this was worth it. Thank you so much. अगर मजा आया तो बताते जाइएगा कमेंट्स में. इंशाल्लाह दोबारा भी इस तरह की पॉडकास्ट अरेंज करते रहेंगे if you guys are finding them valuable. और perhaps किसी और एक्सपर्ट को नेक्स्ट टाइम लेके आऊंगा और किसी और अच्छे टॉपिक पे, मार्केटिंग या कॉपीराइटिंग से रिलेटेड टॉपिक पे हम बात करेंगे. थैंक यू सो मच टू एवरीवन हु स्टिक्ड आउट टिल द एंड. इंशाल्लाह आप लोगों से जल्द मुलाकात होगी दोबारा एक और वैल्यूएबल सेशन के साथ. तब तक के लिए अपना बहुत सा ख्याल रखें, दुआओं में याद रखें. टेक केयर.